Hello, welcome. Today we'll be taking a look at a game called Songs of Six, which is a strategy game from top-down perspective. Hey Kerry, welcome. And hello Finboy. So what the game is about is basically it has certain elements that are akin to games like Rimworld, but it is on a much larger scale, so you could have thousands of subjects in this game, so you need to manage a whole city. You start small, but you need to expand fast, and then there is also a military aspect. So it's also borrowing heavily from a game called Dwarf Fortress, if you are familiar with that game. There are unfortunately no layers just of yet, and we'll be using few mods, and one of the mods is it transforms the races from the game into classical races. So we are going to be playing the dwarves, but the game itself, the vanilla experience, features a race that is basically dwarves, but they are called Dondorians, something like that. But I like it to be basic fantasy vanilla stuff instead of these thought out races that the author had in mind. And then we are going to be using another mod which slightly increases the amount of mineral resources on the map, because otherwise the deposits might be really bad. So it's not gonna be too impactful, but it should mean that we should get at least some deposits on the map, because sometimes even if you are in the mountain, it can actually screw you. So I already found a map that should suffice quite nicely. Let me know if the music is too loud or too low. Can I adjust that? So we start with post game, and this is our beginning stuff. So these are our people. We start with 10 dwarfs. Oh, that's good, okay. So these are our people, we can even rename them. Each of them has their own stats. And they also like and dislike certain things. So if you take a look at our races, these are the races, right? So these are the dwarves, giants, elves, orcs, humans, and dryads. So if you take a look at dwarves, they actually have their preferences. So there are several categories which impact their happiness, and the more happy they are, the more migrants you are gonna have. So what we'll do initially is just set this number to 100. So if we get a person that would want to join us, it would immediately allow him to join. So I don't have to micro that. And then we can take a look. So population. First looks, it has graphical UI, so that's a step up from some games here. Dwarf Fortress is very user unfriendly, so this is basically a Dwarf Fortress, but you kinda know what's happening, so that's good. So each race has their food preferences as well. So the dwarves like fish, they like meat, and they like mushrooms. The other food they will eat, but it's gonna impact their happiness if they have to eat it. They also they don't mind rations, I don't think. And they of course love to drink, but drink is actually something we need to research, so that's not gonna happen just yet. Then we have the services, so you need to provide them with various things. For example, initially wells, so they have hygiene and drink from that, and sleeping quarters, everything like that. But we start with only the throne room and some piles of resources, so we'll need to use these to expand. And then they mind environment, and so these dwarves, they like square buildings, so they don't want round edges of buildings, they want everything to be square. So higher squareness means more happiness. They also mind if we are cannibals. They dislike if corpses are lying around. They love riches, which is bad because currently we have no money. They mind noise. Yeah, it is very specific. You can get into a lot of stuff that I am not even aware of. And they love awe, which is the splendor of your settlement, basically. They don't like dread, I don't think. Yeah, and then religion. Religion is an advanced thing, and also work. So how this works is people actually work in different professions. So dwarves love to mine and craft, but if they are forced to farm, tend to livestock, fish, or cut wood, it will impact their fulfillment, which is work happiness. And it's good to have employed people, so if you have a lot of idle hands, it's gonna impact the occupation percentage. Okay, so that's the basic stuff covered. Now the game is paused, we can take a look at the entire map. So this is it. This is our throne room here, and there are minerals in these mountains. And what this is you can see it is an ore deposit, so that's gonna allow me to eventually have our own smelting. This one even has 100%, so that's very rare. Then we have stone deposit, another stone deposit. We should have some clay over here as well, so it's gonna be perfect. There are forests over here, so we need to basically think of this as setting up a zoning area. So you want to keep specific industries to certain areas, so it does not impact other professions with noise and everything. But initially, what we will have to do before we excavate any of the mountain, we'll actually need to set up initial basic stuff on this meadow here. Just because it is a long-term process of getting into the mountain itself. So it would take a lot of time, and we need influx of people fast, so we can make sure that we have everything set up quickly. Let's start by placing a well. And we want to keep roads 2 tiles, so that's gonna be well there. And then we'll grab a hearth, which is somewhere where people can actually rest when the climate is cold. In winter they can warm up, and they even use it as basically a socializing thing. So that's gonna be important. And after we grab that, we'll need to set up a hunter as well. So let's take a look at hunter, and we will build it out of stone, because dwarves don't like wood buildings. So the throne room will eventually need to go, because it's wooden and dwarves hate wood. And let's take a look, where do we want the hunter to go? I would kind of like him to be somewhere around here. So yet another dwarf game. How come there isn't halfling game races anymore? There are no halflings in this game, but I guess there might be a mod for that if you would be into that sort of thing. Let's take a look if I placed it correctly. No, we need to place it 1 tile further. So it would be like this. Correct. Yes. Let's take 2 more benches. Auxiliary station, so we increase the efficiency. And then place doors on each side. And this building is gonna cost us 13 wood and 50 stone. We're gonna have to construct it. And I think this is good for the initial stuff. We don't want to overwhelm them with tasks, but what we'll want to do is designate some of these trees to be cut. Start with the ones that are the closest, and then we'll clear some of this rock as well. And we can see that we have 16 livestock, 60 stone, 120 wood, 40 fruit, 20 clothes, and 50 rations. Where's all elves, right? Yeah, if elves would love to live in the forest, basically. Let's take a look at harvest wild edibles as well. We want to designate some of these wild plants. Maybe not in the forest though. I want to use the forest later for some other stuff. So we will, these are animals actually, the white dots, so the hunters will hunt them. There is a bunch of vegetables here. They don't like vegetables particularly, but it's good to have variety. We'll grab all these mushrooms when they are grown up. Currently it's spring, you can see that here. So these plants are not ready for harvesting yet. We are playing dwarves. Do not mention the other races. And there are more mushrooms here, so let's grab those as well. I don't think they would mind to get some fruit as well, but unfortunately all the fruit is on this side of the river, so that would be a bother to get. and you'll unpause the game. So initially they will just run in the throne room, they will have to, basically like in Stronghold, where they will swear and field it, and then they will become your subjects. And after that you cannot control individual dwarfs, instead they will allocate themselves to the tasks, but you can, when you construct buildings, for example the hunter, you can then manage how many people work there. It was odd, yeah. A little bit. Okay, so let them do the things. Next up they will clear the construction site for the hunter. Some of them should go and build the well as well. We have 11 dwarfs already, which is good. The migrants will arrive from a map's edge. This one already came here, so he's swearing filthy as we speak. They are almost done with the walls. Now they construct the roof. The well is getting done. Just take things slowly. You don't need to rush. Speed it up a little bit. Well, it's almost done. Okay. Imagine if you could head to any country, you'd like just swear filthy. Yeah, that's how it works. All you need to do is swear your everlasting loyalty, and then you can live here. Simple as that. No strings attached. Except the ones that you might be recruited into local militia and tasked to fight off hordes of orcs with a stick. Small print, right? Okay, they constructed the hearth as well. They'll need to haul some wood there for it to be operational. Now they are building the hunter, so we should think about the next project. And next up, we will want a warehouse. So let's take a look. We will want a fairly big one, just because the first warehouse will need to be for everything, basically. But then we can specialize. Is X apply for residency? Why? And wait for the years we can stay. It's more simple than that. But still not easy to move in here. So we should grab a warehouse here probably. I want it to be fairly big, as I said, so 12 by 8 seems appropriate. You can see that the building will be unstable because of how large it is, so we'll have to go here, shrink it, so that will create a pillar, so the structural integrity will be solved. Take a look at crates. So we want to place these, this is basically our storage amount, so let's take a look. You can have some crates like that, then you should shrink these. Place another set there. Then we will want this. Probably, right? Yes. And let's take a look. I don't think we can unfortunately fit many more crates in here. But it's gonna be enough. We'll specialize later. So we need to think about doorways as well. You don't want to have too many because it will impact the building's isolation against temperature. So let's take a look where we want the doors to be. Probably here and on this side as well. And then we can have one there and here. And it still is at 100% isolation. It's gonna be fairly expensive construction, but warehouse is very much necessary. Make sure we clear some of this rock as well. We are gonna need the stone. And I guess we could harvest a few of these small trees everywhere. Take a look at digging. So this will be our main sort of area. At some point, immigration was easier in the medieval age. Just go up and hope no one notices. Yeah, but emigration was a problem. If you wanted to leave an area, you were actually the property of the local noble. So you couldn't just pack your things and leave without notice. Otherwise you would be hauled back, screaming. Okay, so we should build an entrance into the mountain, but we don't want to cut it just yet. So we'll just start with this. And then we want to think about build rooms, right? So there will be a road coming down like this. We'll probably want our industry buildings over here, they are quite noisy. And then a residential in here, with library and stuff here. But that's gonna be later work. For now we just slap things here. A lot of towns had laws stating that runaway serfs can stay. Yeah, that's correct, but depending on the location you speak of and time period, it might be more or less punishing like that. And this, as you mentioned, some cities actually had a law that said that you can stay, but it was still illegal to leave somewhere, so if you manage to reach the city, then you could stay there, but if they capture you before you reach it, they will absolutely take you back. They'll have this thing, Stadtluft macht frei. City air makes free because you stop surfing in a city. Yeah. Okay, let's take a look at the hunter. It is still not done yet. It's disappointing. They went and started constructing this. We should have waited a little bit. It's gonna be important. You can see that this icon is flashing red. That means that their happiness is going down. But that is because each new migrant actually impacts the happiness until he has the services built. And then it will stabilize, and once it starts glowing green, it will actually be rising, and then we'll attract more. You can also raise your own people, like have a nursery, but that's a late game thing. Because each person actually has age, so they can retire. Maybe they are lacking stone. Start clearing some of this rock. How well do I know this? I can actually take a look. I have 9 hours of this game played. There aren't that many tutorials out there, but I think I got the gist of it. So some mistakes will be expected, but I should know my business. Okay, the hunter is done. We'll keep just one here. So the hunter will venture out to find animals and then bring them back and butcher them. And then it will result in meat and leather, or meat and cotton, because cotton is the same category of things, like the cotton and wool are actually one item. So that could be processed into cloth. Does it have a giant manual? I don't think so, it's still early access, but there is encyclopedia somewhere. I think it's somewhere here. I'm not actually sure. But there is an encyclopedia somewhere. Maybe it's on the web. I never actually used it. Now we need to wait for them to construct this. It's gonna take a little while. Looks like we might start the excavation, but I want more people before we do that, so let's just grab more rock for now. Gonna require a bit more stone. I've been playing Dominions 5 and it has 390 page instruction book. Yeah. Might be one of the reasons why I'm not thrilled about playing Dominions. I would totally suck at it because I don't know if I would be too much into the game to invest that much time to get everything that needs to be learned. But I think it's a pretty good game. Just very complex. The game up. They are building it now. First the floors, then they start constructing the furniture. I baited it, but still having some fun. Good, you should stream it sometime, probably, if you have time. Okay, is the warehouse done? Not yet. They will build it very soon. Let's place down another building, and that will be the janitor. We will want the janitor to be somewhere nice and accessible. Probably like it to be somewhere over here. This will save up on some walls. Probably one of the games my PC could handle streaming. Yeah, sounds good. Okay, the warehouse is done. Take a look at it. So what we'll do is, these are the crates that we have available and we'll need to assign storage for each good. So we'll take some for the meat, some for the mushrooms, some for the rations, some for the vegetables, some for the stone, wood, livestock. Then you'll want one for the cotton, like 4 for the leather, maybe even more. Some for the furniture, some for the clothes. Minions 5 is quite something, yes. Some for the fruit and fish. And we have some crates left, so what we should do is just increase the basic resources stockpile. And then some more on the leather. No, but you can copy settings of each warehouse. And then we'll need to assign one person to work here. It's gonna be our hauler, basically. Now they are building the janitor, so that should take a little while. Start clearing some of this rock. They should build it very soon. Let's make sure we collect some of this. And after this is done, we'll start building our dormitory. It's gonna be massive because we need more spaces than you actually think. So, how do we want to do this? Probably adjacent to this. And we'll want it to be pretty big. So I'm thinking like 14 by 12 by 12 is fine. And let's place down some pillars. Then we'll handle the beds. We'll place down beds like this on each side. So it doesn't work like RimWorld where they actually will own a bed, but instead they will just go to the dormitory to sleep. And then if they leave, somebody else can use the bed. That's how the dormitory works. Flats actually work like they have claimed the beds. Put some more here. And then we will want some knickknacks to raise the coziness, because currently it's at 0, which is horrible. So we want them everywhere where you have these small spaces. It's gonna require a lot of resources, but at the same time it's very necessary to keep them happy. They really do hate uncomfortable quarters. It's at 100 now, okay. Well, let's build doorways as well, so we'll keep them like this. Build it, gonna be 200 stone, so a bunch of rock is gonna be necessary. Let's take a look what's around here. Doesn't look like there is too much. There is some up there and here. Got this. And how is the wood doing? I suspect we have a bunch of it. Not that much, actually. Let's get some of these trees. Okay. Let them start working on that. This generator will be done soon. Let's just employ one person in here. He should be able to handle the refuse by himself. It's gonna be costly, but as was said, we need it, so no way around that. What are you doing on the stone? They are currently just clearing the site, so not too expensive just yet. But we already built the walls and that costed us all of our stone. So 142 left. They are gonna gather it. Yeah, they are bringing it there. Take a look at some of the other rocks. You should clear them from the forest because you want to use the forest for forestry a little bit later. It's preferable to start clearing it right away. Take a look at wild plants as well. I don't think there is much here. Get this vegetable maybe. There is a bunch of grain, but grain needs to be processed, so that's not good for food. I think we are good. Maybe grab some of these veggies as well. They are building the warehouse, just need more stone. Do we have more designated rocks? Can designate this. We should also go into roads, so we'll make some dirt roads. So it'll be 2x2s. Just keep it like this for now. Then we'll have a big road coming down here and up here. So basically like a cross. Because if they are using roads for travel, it will actually impact their happiness. They like to be able to reach their destinations by road. Also build the roads and the doorways. And the dwarves actually love to have their quarters and buildings inside the mountain, but unfortunately it's so much work, we just cannot do it yet, so we will have to build our starter town outside, and then once we have around 30 people, we'll actually start excavating. Gonna be quite a few things that need to be done first. Popularity is slightly rising now. I suspect it's the roads. maybe the buildings happiness as well. They like when they are around square things and stone buildings in particular. Still missing a little stone. Next they will construct the furniture, so that's gonna be some wood. But we should have enough. Unfortunately, they are kind of stuck doing the roads now. But it's gonna be good for the happiness, so should build them. But no other tasks just yet, we don't want to overwhelm them. You have some mushrooms collected, that's good. Vegetables. No fruit. Or yeah, there is fruit, just 35 pieces. Dwarves actually do care about how much food you have stockpiled up, so that is contributing to their happiness. Some of the races do not care about that, but dwarves do. They are hauling the wood now. Gathered a bunch of stone, that's gonna be good to save up for other construction. But we need this done soon. Should boost the happiness significantly. Get some of this wood. Dormitory is almost done. Next order of business is gonna be eatery. It's just like a place where all the food will be laid on the tables, no prepared meals, just that. And we'll want the eatery somewhere here, nice and central. It doesn't have to be too big, so 8 by 8 is quite sufficient. Keep it like this. We want to have plenty of access points. We'll keep 100% insulation constructed. It's gonna require a bunch of resources, but we should actually have them stockpiled up. A lot of stone here. And this is done, so it's gonna impact happiness in a positive manner. Yeah. Gonna attract more people soon. Good. Take a look at the janitor. Looks like he's handling the refuse pretty well. We have 12 now, so one more came. That's good. This is done. Let's just keep one person working here. Gonna be enough. So the eater is done. Next order of business will be carpenter. We want to keep him somewhere away from the main stuff, just because it is a noisy business making furniture, so they would hate to live nearby that, or not even live, but even walk nearby the noise. So we'll have to figure out where do we want to have it. The warehouse is here. The main road is here, which means we'll want him here, probably. It's gonna be probably far enough. We just want a small workshop. We don't want it to be too big. So just keep 4 workbenches in here. And 2 auxiliary stations should be enough to keep the efficiency. No, it needs more, so let's expand it. Dwarf IKEA, yeah, and the furniture actually degrades. So in 5 years' time, all the furniture that you will make will actually degrade into nothing. So it's even worse than IKEA, in a sense. It likes for every purchase. Take out a wood and build it like this. Dwarf meatballs and then cake. Just have to make sure there are no refunds, otherwise you will go into the book of grudges. Okay, so they have a bunch of stuff. They would love some fish, so we will set up a fisher. There should be plentiful fish right here. Let's actually start by clearing some of this wood from around here. But are the meatballs made of for dwarves, of dwarves? They are probably made of all sorts of vermin running around the fortress. You know, goblins, ratman. Oh, we have the hunter, so I guess it's the Auroch. 13 dwarves, already 14. Yeah, now it starts to really attract more. That's great. We have 32 spots in the dormitory, so that should be fine. But food will be an issue. 15 already. Good. We actually lack stone, so let's take a look at what we can claim. Just clear a bunch of this. And we can clear some of this as well. Did they clear the trees? Yes, they did. Okay, let's get the fisher. So that would be somewhere over here. And we want to claim the tiles that are the most rich in fish. You can see the fish amount here, so it's 81 currently. And efficiency is at 50, so we'll need to place a storage. I'm gonna go here. And actually the storage can be a little smaller. And auxiliary. Let's keep one there. It's 92 efficiency. 100, okay. Place that. Let's take a look at our road. Yes. Okay. They should do that fairly soon, hopefully. This workshop is getting done. Take a look at the janitor. Not too bad. I think one is enough for now. And dwarves actually love to craft things, so that's gonna impact their work happiness quite a bit. But we don't want to keep 4 people or even 6 people work here, we just want 3. How's the meat looking? Actually, I have a bunch of leather, so what we'll do is we'll build an export depot. We will get it here. Can add one more hunter. 17, 18 dwarfs, okay. It's really snowballing, which is good. Fisher will need a lot of work. They cleared the site, now they need to construct it, so that's gonna require a bunch of time. The resources are minimal as an investment, but the work itself will be substantial. Let's start selling some leather. Start selling when we have over half. $19 dwarfs. Let's build them a well. They want the proximity as well. It's not just about how many people can be serviced by a building, but they also want proximity. So you'll get a well somewhere over here. I want to keep this for something else, so let's build a well here and a hearth as well. This would work. So actually ship this well closer to this thing, so it's together. I like to keep these together. 19. How are we doing on wood? Basically the wood is non-existent, so we'll need to designate some extra trees. Let's start cutting some of this. No money just yet, but there is some water here. There are no resources to sell. And why is that? Seems like a bug to me. We have the resources here. That should allow me to sell it, right? Oh, I see. Need to drop this. When it's above, we'll keep like 280. I should be getting a big stockpile of meat. So I want to sell that as well at some point. How are you doing on furniture? We have 5 pieces. Take a look at the noise. Yeah, it's definitely present, but it shouldn't impact any other people, hopefully. Fisher is done, but it is employing 13 people currently, so we'll keep like 4 in here instead of the insane amount. They will be processing the fish. And our dwarves will love the fish, yeah, already 22 people, that's great. So, what's the next thing we need to do? We can start to work on the library. So we'll keep the library fairly basic for now. Then we'll make a better one later. How about the shelves? How many will we need for efficiency? Like this will be enough. So 2 doorways. Gonna require 42 furniture. So let's add 1 more carpenter. And we should make sure we have the wood at all times. So let's cut some more. Some of this. Hopefully we'll still get immigration. Yeah, it looks like they are quite happy. Now we should be selling some of the leather. Yeah, good. We should actually go ahead and start working on a pasture. And we want the pasture somewhere close by to the other food industry. I'm thinking we could have one here. But this is a really good place for anything else. So maybe just slightly here could be a thing. We'll take a look at fertility as well. This is basically the most fertile area we have. Instead, a pasture would be great to have on the northern side. Maybe we'll do that. One last. And then you'll want it to be fairly big. $22 by $22 is reasonable. Get a gate. It's moo time, yes. And we are going to be raising Auroch, which is basically the cow thing. Ferocious temperament. Let's get some of this stone. But it's gonna be expensive on the wood side of things. It would be great to clear some of this first. Go ahead and do that. So how are we doing on fish? Some of the fish should have made its way here, right? Yeah, there are some fish. Gonna raise popularity. Yeah, we are at 23. Let's take a look actually on the breakdown. Yeah, the food went up. Services. The proximity is good, right? Yes. The beds are not too great on proximity, but I cannot justify making another dormitory for them down there. Occupation, they are quite happy with what they do. Fulfillment. Yeah, the fulfillment is crap, but it's raised slightly because of the carpentry workshop. I don't think they like to raise livestock, so that's gonna impact the work satisfaction, probably. Speed up the game. See what happens. Yeah, we could have other people, like, who likes to farm. I think humans or elves. Flexible race. And they like to do everything, probably. Dryads probably like farming. Then forestry, animal husbandry, and dispensing swift and alike. Orcs. They love war, brawling, and tending to pastures. Elves. great farmers and scribes, right? But we are gonna go pure dwarf fortress. Because, as you might imagine, if you build your city with stone buildings and square things, other races will hate that. I do think that the elves actually like round things and they like wood instead of stone. So they would hate the city and then they would rebel. So let's not. How are you doing on the library? Furniture is lacking, that is expected. But we should be slowly making more. 24. Hope they can make the pasture. Yeah, they are working on that. Almost clear. Population over there. Gonna take a while to get this going. Take a look at the janitor. Yeah, I think we, at this point, we want another one. You can see the idle dwarves or the odd workers or jobbers here. It's done. Now just 5 because the pasture became operational. We will keep it at 4 probably for now. Gonna be enough. We have 27. Okay, let's up it then. Just make sure we raise them all properly. So livestock wise we have 17 out of 28 we can fit in here. Gonna take a while to raise the population. We lost that dwarf somehow. I hope he didn't die. We actually should build a grave. And we can only have one option for now, and that is a mass grave. So we will build it, and we will build it right here. It'll be like this. Build it roadside. Yes, please. Too thin. Like this. Yeah. Oh no. In a pit. Hey, don't badmouth the dwarves. They're great. Freaking phone notification. Let me shut that off. $21 out of 4 to do furniture, so we'll need to make more. Did they build the mass grave yet? They did. Okay. So what else do we want immediately? I think just the library would be great, but it's not there yet, so what we'll do is start digging into the mountain. And you'll want to dig into the mountain here as well. Stone shall turn. Yeah. Kinda wonky how this road is. I'll eventually have to have it like this, probably. I mean, I guess we could have it like this instead. It's not too bad. 29. Pretty good. 26 furniture. I guess we can add one more. I'm not sure what he will do because there are only 4 workshops. Maybe he will just fetch wood. Would be good to speed up the process, maybe. No, he's just waiting for work. But he's topping them off, I think. Might be good. Certainly I can afford it right now, so... Fine. We don't have any fish surplus. So let's add one more fisherman. All the fish is in here probably, yeah. We are digging. We made some money. Good. Gonna raise the riches happiness. 31 out of 42. Let's take a look at the resources. Still kinda low on wood. I don't want to cut into the large forest. But we can get this without any issues. I don't think we'll have a forestry here. $35 furniture. Take a look at our stone. We have a whole bunch. I think they would love some stone roads. So we'll do that. And the main road can be stoned up. And we'll do this one as well. Gonna require a huge amount of stone, but it's not a problem to get it. And they will be happy. Let's get more rocks. They also get stone when they dig the mountain. Should have more for us. And they do have increased movement speed bonus on them. Dwarfs, okay. How's the library coming together? They actually have all the furniture now. It's good. How are we doing on collecting the resources from everywhere? So the pasture does have some odd stuff in there, and here. Yeah, it looks like we could benefit from another hauler. That one. The library is done. We'll keep 2 people here. We'll start researching. They don't have any paper, so it's gonna be very slow, but needs to be done. For now, just let them do this. 31. Food days went slightly down. No, it's still rising. Also, it's not too bad. I would like to get a farm, but they hate farming, so that would impact happiness quite significantly. And I don't think we have any other plants that we could get easily. Maybe these mushrooms. I think we already had them designated, actually. Grain. Vegetables here, but it's far. They would hate to go there. We'll grab this fruit. Not too bad. 32 dwarfs. Okay, it's still rising itself, which is good. My guess is they also like the library. Food is not looking too hot. Got some of these trees. And I think I noticed some of them growing back. Here. Look at this. Could also enable them to have rations in there, but preferably if you don't have to do that. We actually set up a ration maker, but it's a noisy business. So I have no idea where we would even set that up. Probably in a small room somewhere over here in the mountain, eventually. But for now they just have to not eat their rations. Guess we collected the fruit? Yeah. They probably immediately brought it here. Take a look at research. We'll first get the speaker. It's gonna be 50. Get another fisherman. 33, okay. Take a look at yeah, they are handling the refuse quite well. What's the livestock doing? Animal amount 19. It is rising. I almost have 50. Get another librarian. Let's get the speaker. Get him in here. Then an invasion on bandits or something like that. There are enemy city-states, so they could invade us. That is basically like large-scale war. Like Dwarf Fortress, you can get attacked by various things. But military is not even a consideration at this point. I just cannot afford it. But my guess is that we probably are not going to be a target just yet. Maybe at some point later when our riches actually get larger. Okay, you should have the speaker that will attract more dwarves. This is another service field. Yeah, 35, it's... Now it's properly going. So now we need to consider how do we want to make a warehouse. Proper one. inside the mountain. So we will want a designated food warehouse. And that will probably go right here. Maybe even here. It's gonna be fairly big. This big. But not do that, because usually you cannot build right next to the wall anyway, the crates, so these will be the entrances. Got this stone road going. How's the wood looking? 150. Like stone is kinda low. So let's clear some more of this. And other rocks. Like there are some here. So clear them. And clear this. Gonna be a whole bunch of rock. But we are at 38 pop, so we should have it done fairly quickly. Get another librarian. How many furniture do we have? 32 pieces. So we will research a lavatory, probably. Would like to build one here. It will be something like this. Another fisherman. Do we have any spare mushrooms? I don't think so. Gonna be a problem. But meat is huge. So I want to think about getting a mushroom farm. Take a look at fertility inside the caverns. It's like there is good fertility in here. I want a farm, and the farm can be something like this. Gonna take them a while to do everything, but once you get a lavatory, it's gonna provide another service, so that should be good. Might actually be reaching a point soon where we want to expand the dormitory. No, we should be good for around 100 actually. So just getting the flats is probably better. Getting some surplus fish is good. But yes, the mushrooms are depleted significantly. Problem. Take a look at other research. Could get a stage, potentially. Just get this research for less spoilage, and then we'll do the lavatory next. That's just 25. Should have it done before clear this all out. 39 dwarves. We actually are stuck with meat, so what we'll do is drop some of the skin warehouse stocks and increase meat. Livestock is doing well, right? 20 out of 28. Take a look at speaker coverage. I suspect it's not good because some of it is far away. So we could improve it by building a speaker right here. Gonna acquire a person, but it's probably attracting like 3 more, so it's gonna be good overall. This is the trader, by the way. He physically comes and buys stuff and then leaves the map. Just love to dig and not much else. Problem. This room is gonna take a lot of time to excavate. We got one more dwarf now. I really need them to do this. Could disable this for a moment, but I kinda need it done, so push on. Improve these entrance roads. Throne room will need to be moved as well. That's a problem because this wood building is actually causing descent. So I'll have to make specialized throne room. It's gonna require a lot of digging. So let's not do it just yet. We have enough, so let's research the lavatory. Gonna have to have it be fairly big. I don't think 9 by 9 is enough, but look. We'll have to shrink it for a pillar, and then first actually let's excavate some entrances. That would be 2 from the side, and then how big was it? 9 by 9, so it's exactly like the thing there. 2 from the corner there. Get this wood cut. A lot of mining jobs. But after they're done with the warehouse, they should be able to fit just 2 in these corridors. Gonna be okay. I can actually cancel some of these. Didn't need that area just yet. Are we having the speaker here? Not yet. You know, we are running into a problem where we cannot attract more fast enough because all they do is dig. So no meaningful tasks are performed. It's gonna take them a while, but they should get it fairly soon. "24 out of 28 animals. That's good. Meat is still rising. I kind of want to start selling it as well. But it would require another person to work it. Might not be too good. Something. Okay. Game up again. Problem is the mushrooms. They really love them, and unfortunately we just don't have enough. Might have to look further just to see if there are any. Not in that direction. We would probably have to go all the way around here. And even then, it's just a few. Well, it's horrible. We really need them to be done with this frickin' room. Set all the wars to pet the aurochs. Yeah, we have 5 and that's enough. But 5 people is already a bunch if you consider how many we have. And the warehouse workers are just not doing things. Idling. Why is that? Is it outside of the warehouse range? No, it's not. They should get it. There's a bunch of stone here that they didn't get. Confusing to me. Okay, almost done with this freaking thing. Let's start with the lavatory. It's gonna be 9 by 9. I misplaced that entrance. Fine. No, it's perfect. Okay. Looks like we cannot fit the whole amount of them in here. Bring this. Get 2 extra. And then basins. Okay, enough. Let's pick some doorways. Just access from that point will be fine, even though we could have one here. Want to get accessible from other area, but oh, this is okay. Slaver. We don't want any slaves. Dwarves don't like slavery, so that wouldn't be a good idea, and we would spend money, and that would impact the wealth. It looks like there is a bunch of garbage, but no, it's okay still. Not sure what that's all about. This is here. I think orcs don't mind slaves. But keep in mind that these races are actually from a mod. If you play the vanilla game, you will get a bunch of nonsense races that are called like the Dorians and whatever. And they are basically like elves, dwarves and everything, but they are slightly tweaked. So it doesn't make sense most of the time. That's why I have the mod, because I don't want to bother with the nonsensical races. I would rather play with vanilla fantasy stuff. Almost done with this. Gonna raise happiness. Maybe humans don't mind it. No, humans hate slavery for some reason. Orcs don't mind that. Elves hate it. Giants giants hate it for some reason. And dryads hate it. So only one race is a slave race, and that's the orcs. Okay, this is done. We should keep just one dwarf working the toilets. I should have actually... let's take a look at this. So we'll want to... Can we remove things? And then we'll do the basins like this. And the latrines like this. That will be better. Just because if people need to wash their hands, they don't have to go all the way across the room when they are done with their business. Okay, this is done. It's gonna result in people being able to do the other jobs, which will be pretty good. Food is very low. We'll need to cut some more. People are really unhappy. I suspect it's a drop in lavatories now. News spots. Yeah, they should get it. Better coverage by having this. Yeah. You enclose a dwarf in the rock below the toilet. I did. Ah, it's bad. Thanks for letting me know. I wouldn't have noticed that. Dick for your life. Could have actually made a door there. Can impact the thing, right? Please let me make a door. Okay. What is that? It will be blocked. Alright. Ah! It destroyed my freaking building! Ah, I hate this. I hate it so much. Little freaks. Okay. Let's just do this all over again. That's more furniture wasted. Shit. Written by a plague dwarf. Yeah, they're gonna cut to him, but eventually. Trapped, starving. Yeah, he is starving. Gonna be a problem. And it won't let me build a door there, it will destroy the room instead. Right. Well, if he's gonna die, he's gonna die. You have a place for him. But we are doing our best to save him. Do we have 2 people here again? Yeah. Just keep 1. Keep the rock. Come on. Dead? I strongly believe he's dead. Yes. A rotting corpse thrown into the pit. Now we get a significant influx of new dwarfs. Okay, let's build a warehouse. Gonna require some shrinking. That would still not be good enough. It's horribly hideous. Okay, let's keep it like this. And next up, let's take a look at storage area. So we'll want to keep 1 there. There. Try to place some of these lines down. Okay, looks pretty good. Let's get some doorways. And next up we want to excavate the mushroom farm. I would really like it to be larger, but let's take a look at the fertility. There is some down here. Yeah, that's the idea. Everything that can be underground should be in the mountain, just because they love when the buildings are in the mountain. Because stone buildings are plus 70% and underground is plus 100. And that, and how many is this? This would be 10. Might not be too efficient, but okay. How are you doing on food? Horribly. Okay. Some more wood. Scraps. I would like to use this wood, but I can actually cut this part off. Okay. And rocks are fine. New level has been bestowed upon your name. And it's the plus happiness. It's because we managed to get to 50 people. So you can take a look at our throne room. So this is the levels. Right now we are a leader. We are getting more and more. We actually will need another cleaner here, because the toilets are getting clogged pretty quickly. Food is getting stuck again. Another export depot. Okay, we have a huge warehouse. Let's switch it to food. So I want to keep thousands of this, several thousand meat. I want to keep a bunch of mushroom stockpiles, a bunch of fish, some eggs, bread, drink, rations, vegetables, livestock, cotton. Yes, no, cotton will go elsewhere. Grain. Somehow get any. And that's gonna be it for this warehouse. We'll expand the quotas later. We have a bunch of space left. Keep 2 workers in here, and we will do 1 here. So let's keep 2, and let's slash the meat and the fruit and the fish and the vegetables and the mushrooms, the rations off. Yeah, we should bring it elsewhere. Take a look at research. So there is the canteen, which would require coal. So we cannot afford that, even if we were having enough research. Instead we should grab basic workshops to get paper going. First we want other basic stuff. One of these things will be a woodcutter. And we'll need to build him so that he doesn't impact anything else noise-wise. Take a look at the roads, right? So the road has to come out to him. He will cover the entire area. Do auxiliaries as well. It's gonna be expensive because it does cost furniture, but it's gonna impact the efficiency, so it's gonna be good. And we do have a bunch of furniture. 81%. 90. 92. 94. 96. 98. 100. Gonna require an insane amount of furniture. And clearing. But they will do it. They are now cutting the mushroom farm, so good. We have this, so let's start selling meat. Above 1500. with the 6 dwarves, but food stockpiles did deplete quite a bit. I suspect it's also because this warehouse just threw a bunch of the meat on the floor. They are gonna bring it here, but it's gonna take them time. Just switch them around and keep 3 instead of 2, and here we can have just 1. We will get janitor. They are handling everything. Slap down some extra fishermen. Be great to get another hunter, but it's gonna be a problem. We'll have to build a bigger hunting lodge. We've got all this meat. Raise the food stockpiles, which will raise the happiness. Now we are 59 people. How are you doing on livestock? It's full. You could probably build another pasture if you really want it. Question is, do we really want it? Also take a look at coal. Where is the closest coal? Is it this? There is coal here, right? Yeah. It's kind of far. So what we'll do is we'll focus on getting surplus wood, and then we will make charcoal. We can have a canteen. Get another pasture. I cancelled it. Okay. Let's do it again. I've maybe actually made the road. No, this is fine. It's gonna be a little messy with the road network, but okay. Lacking some furniture on the construction site. Was expected since it wants like 90. This. Go. If you get the mushrooms, it will boost the happiness quite a bit. Need to clear this all out. Furniture is almost there. What are the fishermen doing? Let's add one more. What are these guys doing? They are still bringing the stuff, right? Actually managed to bring most of what was there. And it might not be such a good idea to sell so much of the meat. Let's only sell when we are over half the stockpile amount. This did gobble up some extra. We people. It is somehow smaller than this one. Should be the same size. $66 dwarfs now. Quite a bit. To dig right here, then make another entrance. Eventually, we'll need to set up a fruit farm. It's gonna be around the river somewhere. Maybe even here, if the fertility is high enough. Okay. Go ahead and do that. Dig some irrigation channels. Ah, cancelled it again. I'm so sloppy with these. Where is that? Fruit farm. Yes. But the mushroom farm is almost excavated. So the woodcutter, they are building him. Gonna gobble up insane amount of people, so we'll just keep like 5 on that, maybe 10. Gonna require a lot of work first to run these farms, I think. It is. Do it. Make some extra entrances. Now they need seats. Actually, I have to make an import depot. To the farm again, it got cancelled because we added the entrances. Skill research workshops 1. Is the export depot done? Yes, it is. Let's import some mushrooms. The warehouse stock at minimal amount. Don't want to spend insane amount of money on mushrooms. How many people did this require? 5. Okay. That's fine. Can live with that. I'm not fertile. So, will we get the mushrooms? I suspect pretty soon, right? Get a trader. Come by. I need to research the flats at some point. And we need to start thinking about getting either we get the furniture workshop first or we get the library going. So either one of these would work as next project. At the library. Wanted to be pretty chunky. So that we can expand it later. Gonna result in some excess stone, probably. If we had the workforce, I would probably add the vegetable farm as well. Still no mushrooms? What is sad? Hard to generators do. Okay. Yeah, I think we lost a bunch of mana, which means we imported, right? No. Confusing. I think they're upset because we don't have that many days of food stockpiled. Another hunter would be a thing. Let's take a look at noise coverage here. Yeah, that's fine. And then basically by the road. So, great. I guess once we get this harvest, it will actually give us some surplus food. Oh, Super Cheese, welcome. They have tilled it, they are tending it. Hopefully it's gonna result in some pretty good fruits. And now we imported the mushrooms, right? Yeah, and some of them were delegated towards eating as well, so that should help with the happiness. They are gonna build the mushroom farm. How's this project coming together? Will the sequel to this game be Songs of... Not sure. It reminds me of Dwarf Fortress. Yeah, it is like Dwarf Fortress with Emerald elements. Washington says, hi Mark, is it going as you planned yesterday? Kinda. Connect the canal to the lake and build a nice little bridge cross just for aesthetics. We will want to do that once we unlock bridging, but currently we cannot build bridges yet. It's gonna be expensive to get that research done. At least I think it's a research. But we'll get the bigger library as well as paper maker. So paper maker, I strongly believe this will cause noise pollution as well. So I want to keep it outside of places where people frequent. So I could see it being built on here, for example, after we remove the workshop for furniture. Take a look at horrible pollution. Add one more cleaner. Canals than Venice. We'll want to keep the irrigation just for the farms, basically. It's only good for that. Otherwise, the water actually looks different than the canals. The canals are just irrigation. I need them to be done with this freaking farm. But they love to dig. Nation ones aren't agricultural though, yeah. They aren't. Oh yeah, we want to move the throne room. Need to excavate a place where we would want to keep our throne. So, where is that exactly? It doesn't have to be like extremely large room. Guess we could make a room for it right here. So it is, I think it's, how many tiles is the throne? 5, right? Yeah. It would be 5 for the throne, 1 on each side extra. Can be like this, but then there is dead space behind it, so I don't like it much. Grab it. 5, 6, 7. Go about this deep. Did we have the harvest already? I don't think so. What's the season? It's spring, right? Might be that the farm is just having a really shit output, which is very much possible. It's almost done, but not yet. Yeah, just focus on the digging. And the accommodations are looking loaded. We spent all of our money on freaking mushrooms. Let's not import anymore. Drugs ain't cheap. They are not the magical variant, they are just the eating variant, but still, the trader has insane margin on his goods. It's in the nature of the dwarves to be stoned. I think dwarves are not really fond of drugs in general, but I guess it's a pun. Love to dig things, right? Hopefully they're gonna be done with this lot soon enough, and they would be forced to do other things for me. It's summer. We want to think about a ration maker as well. So it will emit noise, so we want it somewhere a little hidden. But also fairly close to the food warehouse. A minor issue. I should actually get some money. Yeah, that's the problem. We spend the money, so that impacted the happiness as well. How is the pest looking? Just 9 animals. It's gonna take a while to populate. Well, some trees. We're actually looking good on the resources. Just work. It is. But when we move the throne, it's gonna be good for the dwarves. They really don't like it when the throne is in a wooden room outside. Okay, this is done now. It requires 6 people to run it. That is insanely high. But we need the mushrooms, so we'll allow it. But my guess is they hate it, even though it's their preferred food, it's not their preferred work. Patient is not that, it's the fulfillment. Have to lead them to it. Might actually have to make another freaking fruit farm. Gonna be despised by them. What's the season? It's fall. somehow they are just neglecting the farms heavily, even though they are working them. I also think they are just unskilled, and that might be part of the issue. But at least they are removing the weeds. Right? Yeah. Hopefully this will be better. Yeah, skill 150. This should yield a lot. This is done now. It's gonna require a lot of furniture to get the library up and running. Take a look how much. Gonna require a bunch of pillars as well. Hello Jake, welcome. So this game is basically, I don't know if you ever played Dwarf Fortress. It's very much like that, but it's even on a bigger scale. Let me just cancel that. So it's even on a bigger scale. It has elements of RimWorld as well. And basically what you do is you run your own city-state, and you can have multiple fantasy races in it, but we are just doing a Dwarf Fortress. And each of these actually have their own preferences for food types, services that they need. So we want to keep them happy, so you get more people, and then environment, so they like squareness. Dwarves like square buildings, and then they also have their preferences in terms of other things. Dwarves love riches. We are currently very poor because we bought a whole bunch of mushrooms. But they also hate noise. They have other things that they care about, especially work. Dwarves hate farming, so since we are forced to farm, they are not very happy currently. And you have all the different buildings, right? So we started with building outside just because digging into the mountain actually is time consuming. So you want to start outside and then move in. But if you were building another race village, like for example the humans, you would be totally happy with building just outside. There are also resources on the map, so this would be an ore deposit. This would be coal and stone. We are almost done digging the throne room. Good. Did we harvest any of the freaking fruit? I guess we did, since we have 81, but I still feel like the farm yields nothing. Yeah, I'm quite fond of the game, but there is also combat element, and it's late game thing where you have these huge battles. I never actually reached that point yet. And it's early access, so that's one thing that you would be worried about, I think. But with games like these, actually, I think right now there is enough content for me to even justify a long play of it. Today I just wanted to show it off to people who are not even aware that this exists, because we are playing There Billions as the long play currently. Okay, so how is this going? It's almost done. Plan the road. Can go and actually fill this in with stone road. Because they do also care about having roads where they walk for business. Can account especially for newcomers who come to the throne room. There you go, Bob. Welcome. I've played Song of Sticks. I like city merging of grand strategy with the sim aspect. Yeah. Why I like the game as well. Take the throne. here. Move it in. Start salvaging this hideous wooden building. Okay, that should raise the happiness, and we already have +1, so it will be impactful. The library, right? Gonna be very expensive to get running. I'm not sure if we can justify it just yet. Maybe we want to excavate a room that we will be using for the flats instead. Gonna require big space. Take a look, something like 20 by 20 probably. I think I had Jake at hoard the riches, yeah. Jake would definitely like the hoarding aspect. Got this all the way like this. Gonna be insanely large. But at the same time we really want this to be sufficient for a lot of people. No, unfortunately there are no Z levels, so that's one thing that Dwarf Fortress actually has and this game doesn't. Otherwise you'd be digging down, of course. So I think the flats actually are 2 tiles on the side. I don't like Z levels personally. They are hard to get a good overview of. Yes, they are, but some of the things are good about it. The square space of you being able to fit an insane amount of stuff just below each other, and you can also go by a staircase. So moving a tile by the staircase is basically can have very efficient setup with a workshop on one layer and then storehouse right below it, which would be accessible just by one step by a staircase. So you can have a workshop that will have its dedicated warehouse right below it. And that's great. Yeah, and unfortunately no layers. I hope we'll get a significant yield of the mushroom farms, but I'm just so bad at telling if it's ready or not. It actually would benefit from some irrigation if we can get it in here. No, must not be placed in a room. Right. Can you do more aesthetic things? Statues, columns, massive buildings just for power projection, the Roman way sort of thing? Yeah, you can monument things up, and there are even decorations which are pillars, statues, these torches, and you can unlock some other stuff with the research, so there should be plenty of stuff to get. Matter of we cannot do it right now because we are still operating a very minor village, so all we care about right now is expanding it. Prefer Z levels in isometric games, at least you can see the levels above and below at the same time. Top down is not good. Yeah, I get the idea behind that. It's just for a game from gameplay perspective, efficiency standpoint is good, but the confusing side of things is not too great unless you know where you placed stuff. And I suppose that in this game specifically it might be even worse than in Dwarf Fortress, just because this is actually a larger scale game than Dwarf Fortress, so potentially have hundreds, even thousands of subjects, so your sprawling city would be confusing to look at. Let's get into the overlay, increase the migration cap to 200. Gonna be an insane project to excavate this. Maybe we won't library first. How big would it have to be? Take a look. This will suffice for now. Carpets would be great, but we can't afford the cloth. A 100 efficiency, it's not too expensive. Yelwop says, I got a big city with thousands of subjects. It had many different districts, but to make it manageable, I could extend the buildings and copy-paste them. Yeah. That's how you manage the big stuff. Unfortunately, when you do mountain things, it takes insane amount of time to excavate anything, so it's additional challenge. If you are just building a human settlement, you just expand here exponentially with the standardized wood buildings, which take a lot less time to do. But that's not what we want. I don't think we had a harvest of the mushrooms yet. Actually, I have no idea how to even... Oh, it's cycle, right? Selling. It's... Maybe there was a harvest, just it wasn't noticeable, so they immediately gobbled them up, which is possible. We are also harvesting the wild ones, so might have been where that little bit came from. Fish are fine. Take a look. Didn't like the food reserves being low. And services, new spots are actually not that great. Like proximity is just 66%. But we do have 2 of them, so this one is operational and then this one, right? So where else do they want it? They might actually want another new spot somewhere around here, and we will be getting a hearth and a well, and probably a new spot around here. It's gonna be kinda hard to excavate it, so first let's focus on this. You don't want the slaver. Go away. And how is the library coming together? They are building it. Good. It's gonna be beneficial if we move it indoors, just from this small one. Go ahead and cancel this. See how many we have here, so 4 in here. Bump it up to 6. Get our research do a little better. Still a little bit worried about the mushrooms. Seems like we never are able to get a significant amount of them. Still tilling cycle, so maybe the next harvest is going to be the first proper one. Fruit is actually keeping at 70-80, so not too bad. But once we get enough people, we should actually get another fruit farm probably. Should remove these rocks for expansion further. Yeah, I have a lot of stone. Could use it for something, but not sure what we even would want out here. Paper worker will be very important, and it needs to be done somewhere where the noise will not reach the other parts of the hall, so not sure where we will build that. We don't even have a resource warehouse in here yet. Immigration works if the happiness is sufficient, you will get a migrant, and if you set the auto accept right, it will accept them immediately. And then they come from the edge of the map and they come to your throne room and they need to swear fealty and then they are yours. Okay, now it actually looks like there are some crops here, so maybe we'll get a good harvest this year. It also looks like there are some mushrooms, so good, I guess. Just took a while to get going. And they are of course spending a lot of time excavating this, which is gonna improve the happiness significantly once we get the flats. So let's research them. And I guess we could grab the how's it called, stage, right? Let's take a look. Alright, so the stage has multiple things. We will want a stage here. Get a pavilion. Let's cancel that. Looks like there are just different variations of the thing. So we can get a pavilion, which would be a massive one, but it will give it the best quality. So where do we want to have it? I suppose we can have it here. What is it gonna require? 80 stone. Or 50 furniture, 40 wood. Right. So is it gonna be cut stone? If yes, then we are screwed. I don't think we can get a stone cutter. Mason. Workshops 3. That's a significant thing. Yeah, right. I don't think we can get it. So what we'll have to do is cancel this. Unfortunately, it will refund the resources. And then we will get the basic stage instead. Now it's the harvest, okay. Get enough fruit this time, hopefully. It's still not great. Let's take a look at this. Okay, so the stage 4 people. That's insane. But fine. Let's get it for the sake of getting more of them. Should have the infrastructure to accommodate a few more. But this is getting really crowded, so we'll need to fix that. And we're gonna fix it by excavating this, so we need more migrants. We can actually deal with that. We should slash the woodcutters in half, just because we have enough wood now. We also have enough stone. Let's increase the storage capacity for stone. wood as well. Be good to spend the stone on something, but not sure what we even could get. We're gonna need the workshop for the furniture, and a big one. It's gonna be somewhere where I don't want to disturb other places. Because the flats are gonna gobble up insane amount of furniture, or they would require cloth, and cloth needs cotton and a weaver. Let's take a look at weaver. So does it require metal? It does. So that's a no-no. Cannot afford metal. Expect there is a place where you don't have a road. The road already exists. Blocked. Okay. Take this out. Actually, might be a good idea to get 2x2 doors. Middle one can be 1. Wait a second. Do I want doors here really? I don't think so. We'll want them on this side instead. Let's get on that. Expand this slightly and then do it like that. We've got some new people thanks to the stage. Yeah, mushroom harvest was actually done, so not a small amount, but they will still eat it pretty quickly, I suspect. How is the garbage looking like? Fine. And what did I want? Start importing some cloth. Keep the stock at 20%. Let's add some cloth in here. Start importing it. It's gonna be very expensive. How are we doing on vegetables? We basically have none. So that would be something we would want. Yeah, we have 15 idols, so let's add a farm for vegetables. Where is the fertility? I suppose it's around the river, mostly. So we'll just keep a farm here. Seems like a fair amount. Canal on either side. $83, still rising. Problem is the food stockpiles probably. impact happiness. Why don't we drop some extra fishermen? Get these vegetables. And we have this fruit right here. I think that they did harvest them. It was fall. It's almost done. Do we have any cloth? I think we do. We just spent a whole bunch of money on it. It might be still here. Oh, where is it? Where's the freaking cloth? My money disappeared, but none of it appeared here anywhere, so... Inbound, 160. Okay, maybe we paid for it in advance and now it's gonna arrive. I'm actually not sure how that works, so... guess we will see. Oh yeah, the mushrooms are not looking too great. Would be great if we could get another mushroom farm, probably. Let's take a look at excavation. How large is this one? It's 18 by 22. Get another one. They're gonna be done with this pretty soon. And a cloth. Oh, I just got ripped off. Took my money and didn't give me anything. Why is the game so mean? Yeah, we need vegetables to get this. But vegetables are gonna be in summer, probably. It's gonna be a while. Oh, now we got the shipment, maybe. Yes. Some fabric. 88 is not gonna be enough. Build some flats after this is excavated. Need to start with some pillars as well. So how are the apartments? They actually are 3 by 3. So I severely misjudged that, but it's okay. We can get just one doorway probably. What we actually do is excavate one more tile on each side so that we can still get 2 by 2 doorways. Maybe we will want to have the same deal here. Just make sure that we can have access from all sides, because it will be required later, and if you cut into the room, it will actually cancel it, so that it would lose us a whole bunch of stuff. 91. Is there something else we want to employ them in? I don't think so, just cutting. Maybe get a few more librarians going. The workshop would be great. I just need to figure out how I want my industry set up. My guess would be somewhere around here. We've got the carpenter's workshop in here. It'll be fairly spacious. Something like this. Might want an extra entrance. They are done with the excavations. Try to place this thing. It'll be 3. Then a corridor. Just basically have to have the pillars, so. And then we want to do the same thing after 4. Repeat this pattern. Actually gonna impact that, so let's shift it by 1. We can have the flats on that side. I don't want the access point direction. So let's just make it like this. These sides. Then some in the middle. Okay, and we should do carpets probably. Gonna require insane amount of cloth. What are the knickknacks? It's gonna require a whole bunch of furniture. But it's a long-term project, so it's okay. Need to coziness up. So it's gonna have to get. How much is that? 70. Guess you'll do carpets and then hope we can export more meat. I can certainly do that, and they are very cheap, the carpets. We are still needing the cloth for the flats anyway, that's the most of the cost. Then entrances, so keep 2 there, 2 there, here, and here. Gonna be it. Okay, so next up, let's take a look at meat. We'll start selling the meat once it's above 1000. Sell the leather as well. I could expand the hunters a little bit. Wouldn't be too much of a bother. Maybe blend this. Blocked by terrain. Well, it's a wall, right? So trying to get it like this. Let's expand it. Actually need to do benches. efficiency, so yet another thing. But actually, can we light stations? 3 of them. It's gonna keep the efficiency up. 93 subjects already. Gonna certainly clog up the dormitory. They are done with the clearing. Now just insane amount of furniture. Get another workbench in here. Here's the hunters. How's this coming together? They are digging it. It'll just take some time. The mushrooms are still low, so another mushroom farm will certainly be good. Yeah. We are having 20 idols. How's the pasture for livestock? It's full. Do we have any spare livestock? Like 7? No, 0 actually. We just recently filled it. If we build one, it would take a long time to set it up properly. So we don't want one yet. So we have a whole bunch of stuff hauled in here. We are just missing a bunch of furniture and some fabric. Fabric we need to buy and furniture needs to be manufactured. Let's hope they can do it quickly enough. Might actually be a good idea to just expand this workshop before we get to one down here. It's gonna take some time. Would be short by 1 tile. You'll need some auxiliary stations as well. Take a look where we can have them. This would probably block places off. Gonna be a problem with everything in here. Build it fairly quickly, we have a lot of idols, so fine. They are building it. And keep it at full occupation. So how many workbenches is that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think 10 people can work here simultaneously. IKEA now. Still gonna require an insane amount. And also we need to buy more. We actually ordered a shipment, I think. And thanks to the hunters we should get more money. Have any livestock? I really would like some. I think we are keeping it here actually. Look, this is livestock, right? Yeah, 2. Once we have like 8, we will set up another pasture. Mushrooms are always low. Horrible. What are the vegetable farms? We just never are able to get enough. Get some more of these. So I like to eat them from time to time. What is the IKEA doing? Plus 19, so should be good. It is filling up nicely. $170 search. We could get something just to get a buff for stuff, right? We could get a graveyard, which would give them happiness. Maybe it won't just last spoilage. It would be good to impact even the furniture decay. Don't think we will be refining it. Farming. Yeah, let's get to that. Because we are terrible farmers. That should at least help a little bit. Now the vegetable farm is done. Gonna help. The cats are going crazy behind the door, I can hear them meowing obnoxiously. Flavor. Okay, we got some cloth. Quite a bit actually. It's almost done. Great. One more shipment and we should be good probably. And the furniture will get there eventually. It's gonna facilitate the growth for a long time, by the way, the housing. So as a long-term project, it's good. How are you doing on livestock? Why don't we just make it and see what happens? Thinking maybe we should do some other kind of animal. We do ox pasture, which would yield some cotton. But we can make clothes out of leather as well, so I'll just do more cows. No real reason for me not to do it. We should make this one bigger. 34 by 34. Gonna facilitate a lot. Kind of low on wood again, so why don't we designate some tree cutting? Days of food are not great because we are selling more. Get the cloth. Furniture still takes a long time, even with all this. How are we doing on excavations? This is going. Could also spend some of our stone getting the roads done. We got some fabric, I think. Yeah, this should be filled, right? Guess they will bring it soon. Building the pasture, likely. They are bringing the food there. Should be enough. So why don't we cancel the fabric imports? It'll take a long time to finish. But we are still waiting on the furniture anyway. Okay. And we need to excavate these pieces as well. Blocking everything off. Take a look at happiness. The riches are probably holding us back a little bit. Okay, this is done. It gobbled up a bunch of our labor. I think we want to keep it this way. When they are done with their work for the day, if they fill the pending, they will actually go and do other things. Right? No. Okay. Sucks, but we got more. I really don't want to slash that. New level unlocked. We are over 100 pop. Right, let's take a look what the other bonus is. It is plus 10 happiness. It's cumulative, right? Plus 20, yes. So let's start getting full. Get another worker. Yeah, we immediately attracted more more people. So now the sleeping quarters are getting clogged up quite a bit. We'll need to get this going, but still missing some furniture. Hope they can make it happen soon enough. What about the ration maker? This is the food warehouse, so if we get a ration maker in here, something like this, would have just an offshoot like that to the warehouse. They don't really need access to anything else. Should also make drinks, because dwarves love to drink. That is... it's actually refining, right? Unlocks bakery, and next one unlocks brewery, but it wants grain, so we'd have to either get some wild grain or grow ourselves some grain. Would be not great. $202 furniture already. Good. $14 animals here. Give us some extra leather as well to sell. Yes, the employee crisis have stabilized a little bit. Might be an idea to get another workshop for furniture, but I will want to scrap it eventually anyway. I'm not sure how useful that would be. Instead, we should just wait until this is done, because it's going to just take a while. How are they doing on wells and hearts? I need to check that out. Wells, 97%. Fine. We have 100 research. Get reduce spoilage. Only 31 days of food because of the influx of people. Hopefully the farms will get that solved. Make a road here. Somebody's sleeping here, yeah. Problem. Might be slightly too far away for them. This is closer, kind of, so they should prefer going there, hopefully. How is the workshop doing? Getting excavated. They are unhappy because they start to sleep on the floors everywhere. They are getting there, just not yet. pasture is already yielding some food and leather, but it's nowhere as efficient as the hunter. How much cotton do we have? Is there a cotton thing? I guess we have it here actually. Just a little bit. I want to kill the fisherman. Gonna fill up the food stocks as well. Almost there with the furniture. How's the wood looking like? Not great. So I add one more woodcutter. The noise. Okay. Need this. How's the ration maker coming together? They are working on it. So that's where some of the workforce went. Should think I excavated this wrong. So how do you want to fix it? Potentially dig one more tile there and then have this be a wall. That. And would we need one more to the side then? Probably. Because if this is a wall, it's gonna cut this corner, it could cut into the thing. This done. Gonna solve it. Almost there. Few more furniture left. Almost there. You're just having trouble keeping enough employees around. But almost everything is here, so once they bring some cloth, now they should start constructing. Flooring first. Eventually we'll probably want a stage here as well. start digging this. "21 animals there already, which is good. Guess now they actually want to do this first, so might have been a little mistake to order it prematurely. The workshop area is actually almost done. Let's disable a bunch of the furniture makers. Let's keep like 2 in there. Gonna help with speeding this up a little bit. Stocks are still not looking great. Somebody is doing that, okay. Gonna take a while for them to do everything, but they are on it. Good enough. Are the toilets doing? Not great. Get another guy in there. Grabbing the toilets and 91% done. Almost finished. Okay, it is done. So it also has employees. Just try to keep it at 4. Hope that it's enough. That should make them happy. For now we'll keep the dormitory as well. But we could actually keep just a small dormitory here. Somewhere. Make this a workshop. Hey, big welcome. Looks wonky as hell. But cannot fix it, so might as well stick with it. Could have them be working like this instead of single file workstations. But I still think this is better. I want to keep some spaces just for the auxiliary. We are gonna require a whole bunch of them. And I do think that the chairs actually count as traversable tiles, but we have plenty of spaces to fit these things here. And it should be okay. That's 100. Make the doors. Get this stone road going. All stone roaded up. How about the flats? Probably gonna require a whole bunch of wood. Get rid of this workshop. And hopefully they will build this soon. Like they are excavating everything. And now we will build stuff here, so gonna be a well. We'll want to space it out. Hearth. Here. Stage. Gonna require some workforce, but we should hopefully get some more people soon because of all these flats. We're happy. Yeah, that did gobble up 5 people. But I do think having the extra services is gonna be good. Average. This is done as well, so let's make this happen. Might want some extra, but I really doubt we will need all of them. Make doors here. It requires pottery, so let's import some pottery. Keep the stocks at minimal level. And we'll set a crate for pottery in here. So let's reduce wood. flavor. Takes them ages to do everything. With some more people. Oh yeah, we spent some money on importing pottery. How's the livestock doing? 27. Get another woodcutter. We'll need more dwarfs rather soon. Unfortunately, the food is holding us back now significantly, because we don't have enough. Preference is also going down. They really would like the other mushroom farm. How are they doing on capacity here? Load is not too bad. But maybe one person is not fetching things quickly enough. Get another one. You have minus 24 people. Right, that's this workshop. Oh, let's not auto-employ people in here. Keep it at like 2. 115, alright. Oh, the pottery. You don't have it yet. Slow down an extra carpenter in there. Might be a good idea to add one extra warehouse worker. That is the workload. No, workload is fine. How about the janitor? I'm not keeping up, so let's add one more. Get some extra people, let's make them carpenters. They will love working in the craftsmanship. Can I increase the work happiness? Yeah, now we are getting more and more. Can I immediately offset that with a farm for mushrooms? I have a whole bunch of extra people now, which is good. Take a look at noise. Fine. And what about the ration maker? It's not there yet, but there still needs to be. Hold there. Almost done. Food stocks are looking really thin. Copy this room. They're gonna build it. And what else do we want? Guess you'll grab like 2 more woodcutters. We'll excavate a resource warehouse. expand the library. Do some carpets. Done some shelves. We have enough resources to do it. Actually are lacking wood now. We are sowing this. Do a shrinking thing. Pillars. I don't actually think they... Yeah, let's do walls so we can do this. Yeah, now it should work. I'm missing a little bit of pottery. Get the librarians up. Can we get any research that would be valuable? Suppose we can save it and then improve some of the farming. Would actually be good. Two mushroom farms going. Good. Do we need an extra furniture? Might want to get like 2 more people on that. Wood cutters. We'll need a pottery. Get it soon. Paper would be a big help, but it's gonna require even more wood. And preferably we want the paper maker to be inside, just so that we don't cause any noise pollution. I don't think it necessarily needs to be that big. And the walls are gonna stop the noise quite well. So let's get a room here. Hopefully this will result in some surplus mushrooms. Extra people on this. This is, yeah, we got the pottery now. just keep like 2 people working on the rations, maybe 3 of them. And we will enable rations in the food thing. Gonna make them a little happier. So it's are absolutely full. Add another worker. How's the trash doing? Good. We have 300 research. We could get a farming bonus. Get a mushroom farming bonus. So they will manufacture rations from meat and change the recipe as well, but the meat is the most abundant resource for us. We shouldn't really fiddle around with that. The rations did impact that. Almost done. Get to the warehouse. Get the crates. As a toilet attendant in this city. Well, in any city in Songs of Six. That's how cities work here. It's not great, mind you, but somebody has to do it, unfortunately. Yeah, when you put it like that, it really sounds awful. I think that's gonna be enough. Just somebody has to do it. And 5 people are cleaning the toilets at all times, and it's not even enough. I'll have to grab another lavatory, probably. So I want to build it somewhere. And that somewhere is gonna be down there somewhere. It's 9 by 9. Good lord, what kind of toilet requires 5 people to clean it constantly? The kind of toilet that 150 dwarfs use daily. There is no plumbing. I guess preferably we would want plumbing, right? I don't think it is in the game, so it's unfortunate for some people. It's like we need to connect the toilet to the mushroom farm for efficiency reasons, yeah. Good work, but then you would impact the quality of life of your mushroom farmers. Probably. Yeah, it's really going ham on the not happy part. Should get an eatery probably, somewhere around here. Alright, this warehouse is done. Sign like 3 dwarfs on it. I'll have to keep resources here, so it's gonna be furniture. Keep like 1,000. Leather. Keep like 2,000 on stock. Wood. Stone. Stone is gonna be the most abundant thing. Cotton, iron, ores, I guess scrolls, not scrolls, stone, tools, armor, arrows, weapons, and that should allow us to fiddle around with this warehouse. Keep fabrics and pottery there as well. Haul it. Eventually. Days of food are looking really low, and they don't have mushrooms, so they are grumpy. Yeah, we should keep scrolls here as well. How are the livestock doing? 46, yeah, it went up significantly. We have bigger income of everything now from there. Good. Now they are almost working at full efficiency. How are you doing emptying this warehouse? Horribly. Sure, the eater is actually. Yeah, we will need another one. Might very well be here. Make it a large one. The noise shouldn't impact it. Here. It's done. Let's copy the toilets. This is done. Okay. Auxiliary stations. Almost done. Need one more somewhere. Not gonna fit anywhere. Okay, there. Ah, it's a horrible thing. It would require metal. And not stone. Oh, just stone. So we'd have to keep metal on hand. We'd have to import it. Oh, it's not gonna happen just yet. Toilet attendants, let's just keep it at 4. So actually, let's keep it at 3, and these guys at 3 as well. Should even out, hopefully. Some of the dwarves will probably start going here for toileting, so good. And actually it looks like we have streamed for quite a bit. So what we'll do, I'll drop a save here. And let's take a look. Jake is playing something. Nobody else up currently. So let's rate Jake. And thanks for tuning in. I'll have some other stuff to do, so see you around.
8-directional control feels really bad though. Difficult to make precise movements. Then again, I hear from people that play Toho that playing with a keyboard and mouse is preferred. I wouldn't be caught dead playing a shmup on anything other than a controller. Oh. So sorry to the people brought in by Commissar Marek. This ain't gonna be a fun experience for many people. What is this, asks Marek. Well, it's the latest punishment game. It is a shoot-'em-up. An anime shoot-'em-up. We're playing as a bunch of anime characters from some story that none of us seem to understand or know. There's some kind of floating object above Tokyo that's about to crash into it.